Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Ramadan day 14. Yesterday I had recorded my video for day 13, but I had forgot to upload the video. But it's okay, the video was recorded, so today is going to be a double upload. So I hope you had a wonderful iftar, and we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to do another of Allah's name. Today we're going to do Al-Azeem. And Al-Azeem means the magnificent, the infinite. And we're going to start with the definition. Al-Azeem means specifically that Allah is infinitely great, beyond all limits of human understanding. His power, wisdom, and authority are vast, and nothing in creation can compare to His majesty. He is exalted above all weaknesses and imperfections. This name reminds believers to glorify Allah, remain humble, and recognize that true greatness belongs to only Him. Belongs to only to Him. And over here, there's a Quranic reference, and He is the Most High, the Most Great. Surah Al-Baqarah 255, Ayat Al-Kursi, which is وَهُوَ الْعَلِيُّ الْعَظِيمُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most powerful, the most high, and this name over here that is describing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the most great. That is just a level of great that just we cannot understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just perfect and ways that befits Him that we just don't even know what is perfection according to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to His description. He's just the best in everything, and power and knowledge and wisdom and strength and authority. He just has everything. We are His creation, and as His creations, we know some things that He gave us knowledge about. Like, we know that there is knowledge, we know that there is someone who can have power, someone can have wealth, someone can have authority, land. These are the things that we know as creations, and we can compare between one another and say that this guy has this much wealth, this guy is very smart. But we can't really do the same thing with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because a lot of the things that we know are specifically for creations. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we say is the most knowledgeable, we're not comparing His knowledge to the knowledge of human beings. A'udhu billah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we're saying the most knowledgeable, and knowledge that we cannot even comprehend. When we say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most powerful, we say knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a power and an authority and strength that we just cannot understand, which is why He is the most powerful. There's no one even close to Him. So we always need to stay humble. We always need to stay humble and understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever position that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us in the end, it is coming from Allah. Whatever wealth that we have, it is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we should never get the sense of ego and the sense of arrogance that tells you inside yourself that, oh, I'm great, oh, I made this thing by myself. Because in the end, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gives and takes. So whatever you have in this life, whether you're a Muslim or even not, whether you're a kafir, a disbeliever, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly that grants whatever you have. So nothing really makes you great because you haven't achieved anything. It is all through the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have to recognize that all glory belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We shouldn't feel proud of ourselves or feel like we're this person that accomplished something. And no one should feel like that. Because even if I compare myself, or you compare yourself, or anyone compares itself to someone else in the creation, another person. There's always someone above you, someone that had more authority than you, someone that has more wealth than you, someone that is just better than you in everything. And even those people, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gave them all that they have. So we have to humble ourselves. We have to remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the magnificent. He is the greatest of great. No one can come close to him. And we cannot assign any weaknesses to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A'udhu billah. I think we've talked about this a couple of times, but it's good to reiterate the same point. Because even though we don't say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has this sort of weakness, a'udhu billah, sometimes maybe unconsciously we think some of these things without saying it. When we're not really happy with some things, sometimes we blame Allah. We're like, oh, it's Allah that made me do this, or it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gave me this thing. I'm so unhappy because of Allah. And we have these subconscious thoughts that makes us think that, oh, maybe Allah made a mistake. Even though we don't say it, this is how we act sometimes. Or if we see the Muslim Ummah being tortured and being completely destroyed and killed in their land, and then we look at them, we feel so powerless, we feel like we can't do anything, and then we say, why is Allah doing this? We are the Muslims, and then we are suffering like that? How is that acceptable? We're kind of doubting Allah, and doubting means that you feel like there is a mistake. So even though we do these things, we should try to always think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala being the perfect, the most great, doesn't make any mistakes. He knows everything while we don't know anything. We might see a glimpse of a small picture of, oh, there's something that's happening in a very far country and we can't really do anything about it. We see just that small picture and then we say, oh, why is this happening? But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has all the picture. He knows the future, He knows the past, He knows the present, He knows the seen and the unseen, and everything in between and beyond. Now, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most knowledgeable, the most great, the one that knows everything, how can we doubt His greatness? How can we doubt the things that He is doing? Because like we said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is great beyond our limits. We just cannot understand. And we will never will. That's just how it is. We were created as human beings with very limited knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has granted us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has every knowledge. So let's trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's keep reminding ourselves to glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the great. Never doubt His plans, whether if it's yourself, for your loved ones, for the ummah that you're seeing from very far away. Never doubt Allah's plan. Keep making dua, keep asking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help the ummah, to help your loved ones or any trouble that you may be facing. And remain humble, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you everything. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that gifted you the life in this world and will bring you back to Him. Remain humble, whatever accomplishments that you have. Be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but never truly assign them to yourself. Never do that. Because that's a disease in the heart. Disease that will grow inside your heart bigger and bigger. And one day, if you're not careful, it'll take over your heart. And you'll become this arrogant person. Someone that is just full of themselves. Narcissist. I just want to talk about the story that I read in a book